Welcome to episode 125 of the OVW podcast, the original podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm Brian Hines.
And I'm Brian Allen.
Brian Hines, if you're watching us on YouTube, which, why aren't you? You can see that Brian Hines took my advice. He is now a hat guy. This is the third day in a row where he's worn a hat.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a hat guy. He even pulled his hair back in the ponytail.
As a matter of fact, I thought of you when I saw this hat. I was at Walmart with my son before Thanksgiving, and we were looking for some stuff, and I went to the men's section, and I saw this hat, and I thought, you know what? I like to support local music, and I could use a new hat. So, killed two birds with one stone, took your advice, and...
Certified hat guy.
Feeling it now, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a look, like you said it'd be.
And I do want to touch up with another piece of business, Brian Hines, since it's been so long since we've seen each other. How was your Stranger Things finale?
It was everything I hoped it would be. I heard some people catch some flack about this and that and the other, but overall, the last 5 episodes... I mean, I went out for New Year's, and then I came home, and between like 1 a.m. on January 1st and somewhere in the middle of January 3rd, I just like completely lost track of time, and I was either sleeping or I was watching Stranger Things, and I was not disappointed.
Good. I'm glad.
That's good.
I'm glad. Brian Allen, how was your break? It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on microphone together. How was your break?
It's been good, man. Hines, you kind of killed it with that. There was just some dates there during this break, especially when January hit and the new year rang in, where it was like it was just a blur. Really, yeah. Everything you kind of couldn't keep track of what day of the week it was or what, but that's kind of how it always goes with that weird gap, especially between Christmas and New Year's. It's that weird. It's like a filler episode anime. That's what people have been saying more.
Yeah,
that's what it's feeling like. Nothing really important.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure what day it is. I'm full of cheese and charcuterie board.
Yeah,
and it's like time doesn't really matter between that those two dates because it's like you're just not really doing anything anyway.
That's it, man. But
well, especially the last few years when they changed. They used to be UK Louisville.
Yeah.
So it was like the middle holiday in between the two big holidays. Like it was fantastic, and now that's at like the beginning of the month.
Like
now.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that's the only
season,
time we see that.
Yeah, I think it was in November.
Yeah, they said that was
got it
actually
out the
sort
way.
of a scheduling error that put Louisville, Kentucky, like in October for
That's
no good
a
reason.
deduction.
They can't do that
On the universities, not on me. I just told
No, not you. You're just the messenger.
right.
Don't shoot
The
me.
university, -10 right there, right off the bat.
And I'll join with my fellow Bryans in saying that I kind of tumbled through these 2 weeks of holidays and birthday and really I had kind of planned that I would try to marshal you guys together and we cover some more of this stuff and do some stuff for the fans. We've missed you guys, but I just kind of woke up on Sunday afternoon before, day before the first of the week and where did that go?
It was a blur.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, from the time we all finished work that Tuesday to this Monday, it was just nothing but solid rest and recuperation because the last 6 weeks of the year, if it was a breakfast cereal, it would have been Honey Bunches of Horse Shit. It was just one thing after another, and I was done.
I hear you. Jackman, how about you, man? You feeling that?
Yeah, I saw Marty Supreme twice in that time period. That was what I did.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie.
It's like table tennis, right?
Movie,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's a table tennis hustler based loosely on a real person.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like Kingpin except for it's ping pong.
It is a less serious The Hustler with Paul Newman.
I was going to say in the Color of Money about pool that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is the sequel to The Hustler.
Oh, it is. Is it a spiritual sequel? Or
No,
is
Paul Newman plays the same character.
Except it's ping pong now. Oh no, The Color of Money is a
Color-
sequel to The Hustle.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I like space movies, not pool movies. So I'm trying to. Although I think I've seen both those movies because they are very good. I love a good
Have
hustle
you seen
movie.
Kingpin?
Oh yes.
Kingpin's amazing.
You know that they're making a second one, right?
I did not. Are they gonna? One of the best things about those early Farrelly Brothers movies is the soundtracks are
Yeah.
so good. Yeah. Jonathan Richman is in Kingpin. like playing Jonathan Richman. Like he's at a bar as Jonathan Richman.
Oh,
Like playing in a
okay.
bar scene. Yeah.
I see. I got you.
Like so that's that's my ask is like they get I don't know who's a young hot indie band, the Arctic Monkeys.
I picked up an LP from the Dirty Socialites.
Yeah, maybe they go get
Maybe
they're a
they go
local
get
band,
them.
but,
So
you know, I'm a college radio DJ. I should know somebody.
that's a deduction.
How about Pot with a selection from their new record Warsaw 480 Kilometers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, what you said. Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about wrestling, guys. We don't have tour update. We don't have a show update. We're gonna talk.
Oh, we do know the Nightmare Rumble is Sunday and the show is Thursday,
Yes.
so we know
Yeah,
those things.
yes.
I guess Rise is returning this week, and Nightmare
Indeed.
Rumble kicking off 2026 with a big event, the Nightmare Rumble. But as far as the around and about Kentucky stuff, we don't really have that. Probably get that back on track as it gets a little warmer into the spring, I would imagine.
Good call.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, the Nightmare Rumble. Of course, Rise tomorrow, Thursday, the
8th
8th. Thank you.
and Sunday the 11th.
Yep.
Right.
Doors open at 5? No, doors open at. When do doors open at there? 5:15.
5:45?
5:45.
4:45.
3
Let's
o'clock.
just split the
3 o'clock
difference.
in the morning.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Al
All
Snow
right.
stumbles up in a bathrobe and slippers and opens the doors for Keith, who will be there and be waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll jump into it. We're gonna cover Rise really quickly. I don't mind to just run through it myself. In effort.
Why don't you guys do
time.
about like you guys maybe go in roundabout and kind of just announce them, 1, 2, 3, sort of.
Okay.
Or Jackman, you can do them all.
I mean, it's up to you.
You start, and then whatever happens.
It'll be like a drum circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sure,
thinking.
yeah.
Just don't do them all at once. They get confusing.
So we start off returning Tochovic versus Noelle. Tochovic
Mm-hmm.
takes the victory ahead of the pay-per-view. She's got the match with J-Rod.
We kind of figured.
Love that match. Great match.
Then we have our we had many bowling characters on this one. Yes, Brendan Balling, Maximo Suave, and then Showtime Shanklin. Brennan got the win there on his OVW debut. Right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the Rise debut.
Very impressive kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
We
is.
ran into him at Christmas Chaos. He
Yes.
was a cool guy.
As advertised, man.
Very impressive guy. Then I guess Brian Hines. We've got
Hoda
cheap
Peso
paper.
versus the cheap paper. Sorry, this paper.
Yeah, guys. We ran out of our normal paper, and I had to go get some backup paper.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
this is like
awful.
half-ply toilet paper quality kind of stuff. So if you
Half-ply
hear
is
extra
crazy.
rustling, that's what it is. And, I'm,
you know
I'm not
you-
going to give you a deduction for that. However, I am disappointed, and I hope for better paper next time.
I'm also disappointed.
And if you listen to the show, you know that we be rustling some papers
Yeah.
About 3 there,
and
Brian.
jingling some ice.
Yeah. there's plenty of that.
Brian Hines.
About 3, we have Hoda Peso versus TW3. Hoda Peso comes out on top.
Crixus versus Icon Lee. TW3 remains in the turkey soup.
Correct.
Crixus versus Icon Lee. I should have saved that one for you.
Oh, right.
How'd that one turn out?
Crixus takes the win, man. Crixus takes the win. But we still sheep around here.
Well, we certainly have one sheep around here.
Yeah. At least
Yes.
one. At least one.
So, was that a thanks for coming, Jackman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even argue against that one. Bout 5 of the night was a on fire Leela Feist versus a returning Carter Kaufman. Leela took the win here. The streak's just, you already know.
As we already
You
kind
already
of
know.
talked about
Yeah.
the last time we were together in the fan zone. Next, we have Level 3, J3 Kirk Okai versus the Troublemakers.
The
Level 3 all the way.
frat boys.
Yeah. Level 3 all the way.
I believe that the troublemakers there were even hired to kind of do damage and couldn't pull that off, if I remember
Yeah.
No, you'd be
that
right.
far back into the past.
I remember. Yep.
And rounding out our evening, Rise main event from just a few weeks ago, Cal Hero takes the victory over Anthony Toatelli versus Dustin Jackson, right?
Right.
That's it.
Or with Dustin Jackson.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right. So let's get into Christmas Chaos. What a show it was. It clocked in at a little over 2.5 hours. kind of had the backstage vignettes all night with Steven Steele and Santa Claus, and through those vignettes we got a match announced, and we saw action progress, and it was a really nice, and we even got a match with Santa involved.
Yes, we
so
did.
It was a nice little way to signpost things throughout the evening, and I think honestly, what a great way to get Steven Steele on the pay-per-view or the premium event here, because he's one of the biggest products of 2025, one of the biggest stars of 2025, but didn't really have an ideal angle or anything, going on at the moment. So sticking him with Santa, him being a creepy weirdo, and then the match that was eventually announced. What a great, smart way to get him on the pay-per-view. So,
and can I say, Steven Steele is creepy Christmas elf. Maybe my favorite Steven Steele's thus far.
Yeah,
him and Santa worked so well together. It just made my heart happy.
It's because Santa kept him in line.
He sure did.
Santa don't take no mess.
Nope.
Yeah. That may be one of the few incarnations of Santa that used to be a cop. So
Yeah.
Yes.
So, first match of the evening, non-title match between Crixus and our OVW US champion, Big Zoe. Let us remind everyone here at the top of the show that during Christmas Chaos, every single match is in a steel cage.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
I think specifically in this match, there was the added stipulation that if the cage is used as a weapon, that's the same as forfeiture.
Yep. That was it.
Which is interesting, and you kind of right away get told, like, Zoe's gonna find, this is gonna be old school heel. Let's distract the ref.
Yep.
Let's get our digs in while we can.
Right off the bat. Yeah.
Right off the bat.
We're violating rules.
And I think through that stipulation, where there's just another simple rule for Big Zoe, because I don't think he's up to this point shown himself to be the heel to like beat somebody up in the backstage area. And I don't think he necessarily is going to become that.
No, it
or
seems
at
like
least during this run, that's some legacy brutality stuff for sure.
Yeah.
But
it seems like this time around, it's more like, I'm going to bust some ass, but you're going to watch me do it.
right, right. I think he's even said stuff like that similar on commentary. Where he's just like, this is an era of violence. This is an era, et cetera, et cetera. I thought it was a great stipulation to added with the jump start on Zoe and Crixus really spending a majority of the match like looking for that spark. I thought this was a really, really great way to reestablish Crixus. I thought that this was a more vulnerable Crixus than we've seen in our time covering OVW.
Yeah.
For sure. The Crixus that we've seen over the last couple of years hasn't spent a lot of time getting dog walked the way that he got dog walked by Big Zoe in this match.
Yeah.
Brian Allen, what are some of your takeaways?
Yeah. So that was a great point about Dr. Zoe and how the approach right now seems to be, I'm going to get mine in, but it's going to be in front of everybody. And he's reinforced that on commentary, like you brought up, kind of just pushing that envelope. Like, I'm going to make people uncomfortable. Why do you have a problem? He made this point during our interview, I believe it was. It's, how do you have a problem with violence now when you came for violence?
Yeah.
But when I do it and, do it the best I can, why do you have a problem with that now? That's what's been on display throughout this reign, especially that night. Because like you said, initially, man, it was he was bringing it to Crixus, man. From throwing him on the cage, while the bell didn't ring yet, so I know it was all good. To just what continued after that, it was that violence that we talk about. But Crix, he came around. He came around, man. It was good to see.
By the time that he started building momentum, first off, I want to say great crowd. Christmas Chaos, what a crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, amazing crowd.
There wasn't a seat in there that was empty.
No. You got there way before I did. I planned on being there for the first match, but one of the last-minute curveballs, my son told me on Friday, hey, Dad, instead of doing Christmas like we normally do, where you pick me up on Christmas Day and we get a couple days, why don't you pick me up on Sunday? I can stay with you a couple days before Christmas, and then we can go back towards later on in the week, which, as a dad, is phenomenal because I got, like, Christmas week with the boy.
Yeah.
But the other side of that was I didn't realize he was all the way across town at the mall. So I had to pick him up there, and then we had to go. So I ended up being there way late. But once I got there, I mean, it was all I could do to get 2 seats.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna make a dumb joke.
You're good. No,
Please,
we're ready
talk,
for
talk
it.
about wrestling.
I'll get mine in, but we got to hear it. Yeah, I'd gotten in just a few minutes before the bell rung to start the show, and I was scrapping. I was like, I got to text Hines real quick, man, and be like, it might be a little hard finding a seat more than usual, maybe more than ever in this building.
Yeah, you let me know what I was walking into right away.
Yeah, so glad everyone that did come in, because people were filling in the whole night, but everyone was able to get something.
I didn't even see you until after.
Yeah, because
you were all the way on the other side.
I was afraid to get up.
It was like asses to elbows.
I was afraid to get up. I was like, the seat gone.
Yeah,
when I come back,
move your feet, lose your seat. That's how that goes.
Yeah,
No.
Good,
Let's be serious. The OVW crowd is incredibly respectful.
Yes.
But I had to put over. I love the idea of just, hey, I'm scared to like you're standing in the line at New Year's Eve to watch the ball drop, and you're peeing on.
Oh yeah, they can't. It's out the
menstrual
door.
pads and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see? Did you see that? You didn't see that interview?
I know that's a concept at the New Year's stuff, but was that an interview that dropped this time around? People were talking about.
They were talking. There was like the guy. It was like the first guy in line to watch the ball drop, and he'd been there for like 2 weeks or whatever. And they're like, so where do you use the bathroom? And he pulls a pad, like a menstrual pad, out of his pocket, and he's like, I've been using these.
Okay, so those are for people who have incontinence problems. They're not designed to hold a bladder's worth of anything.
You said 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 weeks worth of whiz?
Yeah, and I read too that like the DoorDash there was charging like a $500 like a 500% premium. So people were paying like hundreds of dollars to DoorDash like McDonald's just so they could like stay in line at the.
So it was like Woodstock '99 prices.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when someone needs friends. Like you need a team to help you do that.
For
Like,
better
yeah,
decisions
stuff
or something.
An antenna cost $14.99 for a nice one, and you can watch that for free at home on your antenna television.
Which I generally do.
Yeah. So I don't
Give-
get. That's I stole this one from @MyDailyBourbon. I can't take credit for this one, but you're paying to watch time pass. That is that is peak. Like we are so done. We are so screwed.
That's a very Chad thing to say, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
Packed show, but no pads.
Yeah,
no
pads,
we didn't
no
need.
pads,
Yeah, we
no
didn't have to go that
pads.
far.
Yeah, I've completely forgot what your all's point was for that.
It was a packed house. That was it. That was it.
Wow.
Brian Allen, I'm so glad that we brought you along because you do have this amazing ability to get right back to the point.
I appreciate it, man. Because that's just me. I'm always off topic. I'm like, where are we at? And you gotta, boom, there we go. Let's go. That's what I'm here for, man.
No, thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course.
It's much appreciated.
Of course, man.
Anyway, packed house.
Yeah.
I think again back to where we started before the pee pads or whatever. Was by the time Crixus starts to mount a comeback, the hope spot, the momentum, crowd is losing it. I thought it was I thought it was a great choice to open this with this. You really, really primed the crowd.
Yeah.
Not that they needed much, but this was a heck of a way to blow it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crixus, surprisingly, takes the victory over Big Zo.
Yeah.
About number 2, fellas, J-Rod and Tochovic. What did we think here? Well, let me start here.
Yeah.
This would have been your second time seeing Tochovic, first time live?
Yes, I was.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. What did you think of Tochovic? You've seen J-Rod?
Great observation, by the way.
Yeah, that was great. No, I appreciate that. I was just about to dive into that with how when we did our predictions for the last episode of Rise.
Which we'll talk about during Fan Zone.
Yes.
Or have already if you're actually watching this.
Yes. When we were, discussing that, I was like, Tochovic, I'm not, familiar. Kind of enlightened me, and y'all gave me the spiel, and I was like, all right, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how she battles in there, and this opportunity against J-Rod when she's been on this run, she's been not just here in the States doing her thing, but in Japan.
Yeah.
She's global. Definition of global. Tochovic, she fought. Like she was here to make it a match. That's what it was. It was a just competitive fight, and commentary was talking about her MMA background and how good she was at that. Yes, jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And it was on display. The kicks and just how good they looked and natural and no, yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I hope she's around for a while.
She's always been pretty impressive. I can say this though. This was like Totovic turned up even before.
Even more.
More than what we had
that's
seen
really
before.
saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the backstage stuff with Santa, giving her a little personality, I think that was something that was severely lacking during her run with the Revolution.
Yeah.
And we get just a little bit of it. We get in the backstage vignette, we get a lot of attitude, a lot of personality in the ring. Mm-hmm. However we made her sound before, let me tell you, Brian Allen, that you saw the best version of Totovic.
That's amazing, man.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's work ethic.
Yeah, when she came here, she was basically J-Rod's hired hand.
Yeah.
She kind of came with J-Rod because J-Rod had nobody to pal around with, and she needed backup.
Mm-hmm. There needed to be another woman in the Revolution.
Yeah, like they kind of came in as a set.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you can see, the set is now broken.
Yeah.
I think, though, when we're talking about J-Rod, we're talking about pay-per-view, I think the moment, again, with the great crowd, she starts making her momentum. She gets up to set up for the spear.
Yeah.
You know when you see the setup
That
it's wraps.
That's wraps.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the crowd knew it, too. They were excited. J-Rod has made herself quite the favorite in OVW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. I think she's an exceptionally talented professional wrestler.
I'm glad she's around again. I know that she was busy over the summer with American Gladiators, among other projects.
Global.
But we are glad to have you back.
Yeah, absolutely. Take us away on our next match, Brian Hines.
Let's see. This is the Rush Division Gauntlet match.
The Octo Gauntlet.
The Octo Gauntlet.
And I don't know if y'all heard, but this is brand new. This has never been done before.
In OVW or ever?
I think
anywhere?
it's ever. No,
Okay.
to hear the commentary teams call it, this is brand new. And I really kind of like this
Yeah,
concept.
we need more of that.
Well, let me straighten up my half-ply paper notes here.
I will say that, like, the Octo Gauntlet is like, okay, at first I thought it was going to be just, like, straightforward bang, 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 bang. The added stipulation of keeping it a triple threat, I found fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen it before. Far be it for me to say I've seen everything, but, like, I've seen so much dumb indie-rific wrestling stuff where they're just trying stipulations that, are Frankenstein together, that if it existed, I feel like I would have run into it. This was not only a great concept, it was perfect execution.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was, man.
Like,
I wish I would have made it in time to see this whole match, but I did not. But listen to this list of competitors for the Octo Gauntlet match. Hoda Peso, Brandon Davis, Brendan Balling, Elijah
who
Arrows.
was the champion going into the match.
Brandon Davis,
Correct, yes. Elijah Arrows, Icon Lee, J.J. Lawson, Kirko Kai, and Showtime Shanklin. That is the finest that the Rush division has to offer at OVW.
Yep.
And we were not disappointed.
No. This, man.
Brandon Balling,
Again.
just like what a... I think it was JJ on our last fan zone of the
Yeah,
year
yeah.
that warned us.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And he made sure to point it out. Like, we talked about him the first time, and then the next time we actually saw him, he's like, you know my name now.
Yep.
Yeah, we went up
came
to
up-
him.
yeah.
After the show, they were together. And JJ was like, see? You see? I'm like,
told you.
we see now.
When I said it after JJ came to defend him, I knew that the kid had the goods.
Yeah.
Because JJ very much, exact same similar thing where he became one of our favorite guys to watch. He's been down here to hang out with us, all of that stuff. We hope Brendan can make it down here sometime.
Absolutely.
I think in a few short months we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
All right, so Hoda Peso, kind of the Iron Man of this match. Not only the winner, but
he
the
came
glue.
in early. Yeah, he started.
He was
this
first
thing.
one in.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked, too, him seeing it all the way through, obviously, is really, really fantastic. But I liked that he picked where and how he should be placed, I think, a lot better than some of the other guys did. And kind of a lot of the story of the match was like, I'm a little beat up, I'm a little older, but I'm more experienced, and I'm going to know where to sit out, and I'm going to know when to get involved. And I think that he did. I've got to figure out this watch thing.
I love it.
somehow in my sleep, I've set my watch to go off at the hour.
Oh, in
every
your sleep
hour.
that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I didn't. I would never. That's insane. That's an insane thing to set your watch to do.
Yeah.
I would never do that intentionally.
No.
That's fair.
No.
But it sets it has an alarm that goes off on the hour every hour. But my watch is 2 minutes fast.
Yes, it is.
No.
So
It is fine.
You said that, and I looked at my computer, and it's like, wait a minute.
2
it's
minutes
not
to
like
go,
half of the
yeah.
hour.
I gotta remember to start taking it off.
I kind of love it, honestly.
cool.
That instruction manual, it might
No
as
help.
well be written in a separate language.
It probably is.
Might as well be
Sometimes that's how
written
it
in
is.
Japanese or Korean or French.
No, I mean it has English on it, but it doesn't make sense. Just like
It was probably written in English, translated to another language, and then from that language translated back into English. So it's kind of broken, and it doesn't really make sense. Like
Yeah.
stereo instructions or something.
something like that. Something like that. What did you think of this match, Brian? I don't know.
Man,
Find the point for
yeah,
us.
no, I
Brian.
got you, man. Match of the night. That's mine. For me, this was my favorite.
Oh, wow.
Because it went on when go ahead.
I agree.
Oh, no,
That's all I
thank
was
you.
gonna say.
Yeah, when they started this thing, it was like, Octagon. Like, how's this gonna go? Like, what's this really gonna be like? Is it gonna, live up to expectations? How are we gonna do this? When we're keep in mind all this is going on, and we in a steel cage. For every match, it's like we get all these storylines and everything going on. Boom, steel cage. Add that in the elements. So with Peso, man, this got to be one of his best moments. Of his career.
He was kind of a tour de force in this one.
Yeah, he deserved. That's all I got to say for Peso, man. I don't even know how else to put it. There was a moment in there after Showtime. Well, Showtime was coming out, and he got interrupted by Brendan. And I thought that might have been just an accident, technical difficulty, but no, they were playing into that and everything. Showtime, when he did come out, he was on fire. But he did something so interesting. I don't know if the broadcast caught it. I might have missed it. But when he took his shirt off after, taking some bumps, throwing some people around, he tossed it up. It landed right on the cage. And I was like, I know he's sitting there thinking, I couldn't do that again if I tried. it was the funniest thing, and it stood there the rest of the night, man. I don't know who ended up getting it, but the legend of Shanklin's shirt, man, I'm always remember that from this match. It was for Brandon too. It felt like he was that piece in here that kind of got almost lost in the sauce. But I want people to remember.
I agree.
One, just what he's brought during the reign and stuff, and what he was able to do during this match too. I hope people give him all the credit in the world, man, for helping put this together, helping the build up to this point, helping that pay off for Peso, like making it feel so good. He played a big part in that. So
He's been a great champion. I mean, I think you had to have someone be completely different than Steven Steele. That's a point that we've been belabored or have been belaboring for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But Brandon Davis managed to really kind of reclaim what the Rush division is,
Mm-hmm.
and now I saw Brandon Davis as a real busy guy. Even might be getting a little busier than he already is, according to the Hollywood Reporter. What an honor as like a little film nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting a write-up in the Hollywood Reporter or Variety.
I haven't
Yeah.
read this. What's he doing? Or what
I
are
think
we-
it's just an expansion on some of his like media.
just
content.
more of his kind of media journalism.
yeah. He's
but-
killing
Well, I
it,
hope
man.
we don't lose him.
Me
Main
either.
character,
Yeah, me either,
come
man.
home.
But
Yes.
after you've reclaimed it through Brandon Davis, you hand it right back to one of the most reliable people in the entire, not
Absolutely.
just definitely in the division, but also wider in the company.
Absolutely.
He was one of the biggest parts of the Rush division when we started this podcast.
Yep.
Going on 3 years
Though
ago
he's
now.
never held the belt that I've seen him.
No,
Not
that's
that I
not
can
true.
recall.
Never been champion.
No. Will Austin beat him.
Oh yeah,
to the Rush Division
I
championship.
was thinking
wow, there's a ghost of Christmas past.
That was at the waterfront, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is it now, guys? You tell me, but it feels like from the time Steven Steele kind of waddled into our hearts here at OVW, I'm allowed to make that joke. I feel like I've cared more about the Rush division since that than maybe the whole rest of the time. I feel like with Steven Steele's antics, and then I really enjoyed Brandon Davis's run, and I'm now so excited for Peso to take up this belt or take up this championship and run with it.
Can't wait, man.
I think that I really kind of loved everyone in this match. I do want to highlight another big night for Level 3.
Yes.
Even though they weren't wrestling together, really big showing from Kirko here, and a great little match with J3 later on in the evening. Let's get into this, because I think that this was probably the most surprising moment of the night.
Yes.
Yes.
We had a couple, but
Okay, for me there were two, and this is the first one.
yeah, this was yeah.
So Donovan Cecil, Jack Vaughn, and Jay De Niro versus the Evans family. That's Drew Hernandez, Tommy Boy Evans, and Tony Evans. The former team obviously has therapist Larkin, who's been acting as not just
The couple's therapist.
a therapist and a valet in a more traditional sense, and manager maybe, whatever, all of that type of thing. I would say that the victory came pretty easily to the team of Donovan Cecil, Jack Vaughn, and Jay De Niro.
Yeah, it felt that
Yeah.
way.
And right before the match, it was announced that if that team was to win, that lovely Miss Larkin, therapist Larkin, would be given 5 minutes alone in the cage with Tommy Boy De Niro. So we all think we're about to have a hoedown. Right?
Oh,
we
yeah.
all think
we were
about
ready
to-
for it.
Yeah.
That place was ready for it, man.
I all think we're about to have a lot of fun.
And the hoe did down, just not in the way we
Whoa,
expected.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Whoa. Hey. I will file that under D for deduction.
Whoa.
Thank you, Malachi P.S. Woodard.
What is this? Who are we talking to? Peaches and Cream over here?
I'd like to be clear that I meant that about the situation.
Right.
No, I know.
This is
Yeah,
the theme
yeah,
all
yeah,
night. There was
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of
We've been away.
Well,
We gotta,
we'll give you a stern talking to later and a pass right now because it's Christmas, so there was a ho 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 element.
right, exactly.
This is like
Go see the principal's office after school.
Oh, man.
well, he said hoedown. I just kind of took
Right.
his metaphor and
you did good.
did mean things to it.
Thinly veiled, man. It's about as thin as this cheap ass paper you set us up with.
well, we usually think that we've been told in wrestling that Lovely Miss Larkin's gonna get her comeuppance. Right? That's
Yep.
what we are led to believe.
Yeah.
Where does this whole thing start? Where does the turn actually start? So Tony Evans throws brass knucks to Tommy Boy through the camera hole in the cage, right? Mm-hmm. That's where we start this whole thing, and then we see a little bit of back and forth, and that brings Jay De Niro out,
Kind of even it out.
and then Larkin low blows Jay De Niro.
It's been a bad. You know who had the worst 2025 is certain parts of Jay De Niro.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
At least he looked the part every single second he's on the camera, man.
Yeah.
That
least
he
he's
did,
got
man.
that.
I mean, I haven't got a picture of the shoes for the Jay De Niro Shoe Appreciation Society,
yeah.
but if you're listening to this after the Fan Zone, you will have seen that we have already talked about that, even though it hasn't happened yet. But it will, and you'll see it when it does or doesn't happen. So
What are you talking about?
exactly.
Time travel.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor Marbles, man. I mean, how many times is that now? Like 6 or 8? I swear to God. I'm
Yeah,
sure he's
it's a
tired
lot,
of it. He
yeah.
told me so. He's like,
They were
"Geez,
saying no more.
lay
well,
off.
Yeah. He said he was done with kids anyway, but
Yeah.
now it's by force.
Yeah, definitely. But that was like,
That's what he said.
yeah, that is a direct paraphrase.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that. I can
Thank
back
you.
that up. But that was one of the two oh shit moments of the night for
Yep.
me. Was like, oh my god, seriously? And it's
Yeah.
like, what are you even doing?
Audible gasp in the
In
the venue.
You know what?
Exactly.
You know what I think we get tomorrow? I know it's not predictions, and even if it were, I don't predict, but I think we get Larkin doing Tony Evans tomorrow. The whole, just like Tommy Boy's been doing it the last couple of weeks. I think Larkin comes out and hush and does the whole thing with them behind him.
Okay, you
I like
you
that.
kind of lost me at first when you started that sentence, but you kind of like brought everything in there at the end. So I'm picking up what you're putting down. What a hell of a cliffhanger to end this story on going into the new year.
Yeah.
What's that going to look like? What's the new Evans family lineup going to look like? How are Donovan and Jack and De Niro? How are they all going to be when we see them tomorrow back on Rise? And how is it going to be? What kind of scores are there going to be settled? What kind of stipulations are we looking at going into the Nightmare Rumble?
What are we about to see, man? That's it. That's the question. Where do we go from this
I don't know, man.
one especially, man?
Yeah, I think there's a lot on the horizon. I mean, lovely Miss Larkin, one of the biggest stars minted in 2025. Now we're going to see her for the first time in her OVW run play for the other guys, you know, play for the other team, so to speak. And I love that you used the word cliffhanger, because that's something that we associate so much with, like the end of a season. The end of a television season, or even, you know, sometimes it used to be the end of the episode, but now with streaming, the end of the episode cliffhanger has become the end of the season cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Those hurt.
There was a lot of parts about this night that felt like, hey, wrapped up. See you guys next year. There was a lot of I think, intentional cliffhangers, but also a lot of things that were very neatly dovetailed. Really, really had a great time watching this back.
Yeah.
So, 5-way steel cage match, number one contender for the media championship. Ashton Adonis, Anthony Toatelli, Eric Surge, Star Rider, and Tony Gunn are our contestants. One minor complaint.
Please, go ahead.
Second favorite match of the night, by the way. Actually, maybe tied for second with the Cal Hero Dustin Jackson stuff, which I enjoyed quite a bit. But I'm a sucker for a Rush Division match. What do I look? I'm a guy on the internet talking about wrestling. What do you think I like? I like flips.
Yeah.
I kind of had Tony Gunn or Anthony Toatelli pegged for this one. My complaint, though, is I think that we should have seen the title match before the number one contenders match. Because I think that the number one contenders match, and I think how it ended with Ashton Adonis taking the victory, I feel like commentary gave it away. Because the only thing that they talked about was not, well, I wonder what could happen if Jake Lawless has to face Ashton Adonis.
No,
It was basically after Ashton Adonis won, it was, oh, that's going to be a really uncomfortable conversation. It's like there was the suspension of disbelief was done because I was already being told by the authority figures on the broadcast that Jake Lawless was going to win, basically. There was
too much foreshadowing.
Yeah, little too much foreshadowing. Really enjoyed the match, though.
Yeah.
Just something as a viewer, I might have formatted things a little differently.
That's super fair. I didn't even think about that until you brought it up, but
Yeah.
Or I would have given
2,000%
Jake Lawless and J3 on the Thursday show.
Yeah. I can see that.
One of the two. And again, very minor complaint.
Yeah.
Just like something that when I was watching this back caught me off guard.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I did love the ending.
Yeah, that was
Well, tell us what happened, Brian. Now,
yeah.
during the
So after all this carnage and violence and everything that took place in the cage, we finally got to the point where, guys are getting out. We're starting to climb down. It's literally as neck and neck as you can get with Adonis and Star Rider. And I don't even know how they coordinated this so perfectly, but
Yeah.
There's guys that get paid a lot of money who couldn't have done it as well as they did.
As soon as they did, I was like, how did that's insane stuff. I'm like, how did they do that? But yeah, that you could see it, you could hear it, but that the ground impact, whether it was visual or from hearing it, it was same time. I'm like, how would you even even if it's even within kayfabe, it's like, how do you tell? How did you tell? Let's get a booth review. Someone throw out a red flag. Let's get the refs. Let's send it to New York. Whatever. We need a booth review on it. But that was fantastic ending, man.
Well, and I love the comparison of the booth review there, because going to an actual decision feels like sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you guys have a match next week. Feels like pro wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And we have that's the balance. You have to find the balance, because pro wrestling is a sport and it's meant to be perceived as a sport. But I'll be honest, whenever I saw the ending, I said, oh, okay, well, there's our show opener for the first Rise of the Year. I thought it was a really, for as much as I just complained about the formatting, I thought it was a honestly welcome kind of choice to go to an actual decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, it gave it more of an element of a sporting event. It's these two players are trying to achieve the same goal at the same time. Now they've both done it in a microsecond of each other. We need to figure out who did it first, and that is who comes out on top. And in this case, it was Ashton Adonis.
And that's just scary stuff. The people don't appreciate that kind of thing enough. I'll say outside of if you're not a fan of wrestling and this kind of entertainment, they don't appreciate just put yourself in that position. You just wrestled this whole match against these other competitors, super talented competitors, and then you got to climb this that steel cage. And this was my first time seeing a steel cage in this OVW realm. I didn't know what it was going to look like. That was the tallest.
It's like 2 stories.
That was past my imagination of how tall that thing was going to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, are they really going to be climbing that tonight? Yes, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Yes, they will.
Well, I think the difference, because I've seen cage matches with the other promotions and national promotions, and I've seen it at OVW. I've never been as close to the cage as I am at OVW.
Yep.
So I think it kind of, just by how close you are to the action, it just feels bigger and more dangerous.
It does, and they were fearless, man, the whole time.
I think after this Ashton Adonis victory here in the steel cages, when we see the vignette with we check back in on Santa and his elf, Miss Katie's there, and Steven Steele finally gets a little positive attention from Katie Gannon.
Yeah.
Gets a little peck on the cheek.
It was pleasant for him not to get slapped in the face yet again.
And he convulses. He has a seizure.
I don't know whether I would call it a seizure per se, but yeah, he definitely had a reaction for sure.
So we've kind of already touched on this briefly, but the OVW Media Champion title match here, or OVW Media title match, right? Yeah, media title, yes.
Yeah, what you said.
The current champion and champion by the end of the night is Jake Lawless. He's facing J3. J3 is so stupid athletic. It's crazy.
He's special, man.
Right.
Yeah.
He's really, really, really crazy athletic guy. Again, though, I should have been way more up for this match than I was, and I kind of felt like the balloon had gotten let out a little bit.
I hear you.
What did you guys think?
I think J3 uses cheat codes, man.
like physics.
Like physics. Yeah, like I don't know how he's doing. I don't know if it's voodoo. I mean, wizardry, all the elements to the force. I mean, we can bring in
He's
any
like
element.
a walking anti-gravity generator or something.
Yeah, I mean, when they talk about like NBA players and airwalking and Michael Jordan, and it just seems like they're kind of breaking the rules. That's J3, man. It's and maybe his most perfect like complimentary, like just compliments him perfectly through everyone he's fought so far is a Jake Lawless. I mean, I don't know what else there's to say. They're fantastic.
I can't help but think, like, when I see J3 and Jake wrestle, that there's a little bit of, like, I was you once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put that.
You know, like, you know, I remember I remember being your age. I remember what it's like being at this point in your career. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think that some of that is within Jake's heel work, but I think some of that's probably obviously
Just
true.
him, yeah.
Like, Jake is a little bit of has a reckless streak, you know, but he is getting a little older as a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been doing it for a long time on top of that. So I love their chemistry. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're spot on with that, Brian
It's
Allen.
fantastic, and it makes sense why these two groups have just been at war for a minute. But it makes sense, man. Hines, man, what else you got on
I
this one?
mean,
This was-
to go back to your point as far as J3 goes, it's not a matter of if, it's going to be a matter of when.
yeah.
He's going to win the title, any title, at some point sooner than later. I mean, he's just too good not to, for crying out loud.
Who was this guy last year at this time?
At the Academy.
Yeah.
No. Who was it we were saying he's got to win something this year?
I think Donovan Cecil.
No, that was
And-
2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I stole it. I stole
I
it
feel
from
like it's
Josh
on something like
Ashcraft. I stole it from Josh Ashcraft, but Anthony Toatelli. Josh was 100% right with that call.
Yeah.
Anthony should have had a bigger year in terms of titles, I think, for sure. But I don't know. I think it may, you know, even Sophia Rose this time last year. This is before
Her championship
run.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the one right there, Jackman. I think
Yeah,
you got it.
I
It's
think
Sophia
you're right.
Rose.
Anything else, fellas, with Jake Lawless and J3 here?
No. What about you, Brian Allen?
Fantastic. I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What you got?
OVW media champion Jake Lawless enters the match as the champion and exits the match as the champion. All right, so back to the vignettes, which have been, again, we've been breadcrumbing stuff throughout the show here with the vignettes. We've created matches with the vignettes. This is, I guess, when we have created the match between TW3 and Steven Steele. T-Dub is hanging out in the turkey suit. Gets a little. There's a little back and forth with Steven, and T-Dub says, "No, come on, right now."
Let's do it.
This was one of the longer matches of the night, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the second longest singles match.
It sure was.
Which for being unannounced is pretty ironic and funny.
It's
But again,
interesting.
what a great way to get Steven Steele after the year that he's had. He's got to end the year on the show somehow.
This, I mean, I know that you said that this was your match of the night a while back.
Yeah.
This is probably my surprise match of the night.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hear you.
in the beginning, Steven Steele takes the Rush division by storm, just scampering up that ladder like a lumberjack, getting that title. And then for like the next 6 or 8 months, we're all kind of like scratching our heads like, what the hell is going on? I mean, do we really even have like a Rush division now? But to get back to this and to see this match at Christmas Chaos and see where Steven Steele is from the first time we see him to now is really a tribute to the work that he's put in. I mean, he walked the rope, for crying out loud, at one point during this match.
He's fantastic.
Very entertaining. One of the biggest surprises of 2025 for me was how I started feeling about Steven Steele and how I feel about him now. And I am very impressed, for one. I don't know if I could speak for anybody else, but man, it has been a hell of a ride, for sure.
Yeah, no, you hit it, man. I mean, Thanksgiving Thunder, I think it was Thunder, And then here, he was not announced to be fighting those nights, but it ended up happening.
Yeah.
And he's in the run, for whoever he was fighting. That match would be in the run for just best, match of the night. For you, you said, it was the most surprising and up there for you. I think it was Thanksgiving Thunder when, he fought Jake Lawless. I was like, that might have been my favorite match of the night. So he has that effect, man.
Yeah.
You can throw him in any time in a show, no matter what the show is, no matter what the storylines are going on.
100%.
He's adding that juice, man. That's special.
I've kind of had a hunch for a while that Steven Steele is probably capable of a lot more athletically than we think he is.
Yep.
And I think we're gonna continue to see stuff like that. And I loved the finish here of T-Dubs hitting the finish. Looks like he's about to get out of the turkey suit. All 169 pounds of Steven Steele is a little bit too much for old T-Dub to get off the top of him. And since he is knocked out and on top of T-Dub and T-Dub's shoulders are on the mat, he takes the pin.
Yeah.
Smart stuff, good stuff.
I mean, he practically suffocated, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
How many people has Steven Steele knocked out by falling on them when he falls unconscious?
A good 5 or 6.
I was going to say, that's
point,
happened
is
more than twice.
far from
It's
the
like
first time.
once a month, once every 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
I just thought it was the best. I thought it was the best. Yeah, is that Steven Steele's finisher?
The I'm going to fall on you?
I guess so.
Like because a finisher wins matches.
Yeah.
And
It
this
should.
has won several
It should.
matches, so by that definition, is that your
It's
finisher?
Steven Steele's finisher.
Yeah.
You're going to beat me until I fall over on you, and then I'm going to beat you.
Yeah. Well, it's like, like what I would always talk about in the early days of MJF is like, what's MJF's finisher? It's not the Kimura clutch. He does, it's not a figure four. The finisher is the diamond ring. Because at the time he had the dynamite diamond. That's when you knew that he was actually going to win the match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't ever through a move, really. It
No,
was
a setup for a
Yeah.
punchline.
It was whenever he took the ring out. So the ring is the finisher. If this is how Steven Steele is winning matches, getting kicked in the head, getting knocked out, and falling down on top of somebody is his finisher.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
I don't
it.
think
I love it.
I think I'm pretty. I think I'm.
Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, I think I'm on with that.
You are.
Who would have thought we would ever say these words that we were about to say on this podcast? Freya the Slayer, thanks for coming.
Oh my gosh.
That was the other
Whoa.
shit moment. It was like
Oh,
Arena was just silent for when that bell rang. It was silent for. I think I was the first person to react.
Someone who has the notes in front of them, because you do have the official
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a rodeo.
Yeah, it was. It literally was. When I got there late, my son and I got there late, so we were on the hard cam side. 8 seconds later, it's like everybody in that section, nobody said anything.
nobody
Everybody
moved,
just
nobody-
kind of looked like,
Yeah. It was the quietest room in the world
it
at
was.
that moment.
It really was.
that moment it was.
It was
Totally.
amazing.
It was.
So what they did there with that is exactly how you keep the women's match before the main event. Not something that I would refer to as this, but a lot of people refer to as the death spot. This is how you avoid that. Is you give something. I think Leela winning was kind of written on the wall. Not
She
like
certainly
this.
seemed to be
Yeah.
climbing, but not.
No.
Yeah.
Not like
The
this.
chart. Man.
Like, is Freya hurt, you guys? Is that a possibility?
I don't.
I guess we don't want to
that. I don't
speculate
do-
on
I don't
that.
do that on this show. I don't do that on the show.
But it's certainly weird.
So back when I used to play 2K, WWE 2K a lot,
Oh man.
this would have been 17,
17 was
maybe 18. Seth Rollins
When-
on the
I
cover.
would say 18
When
was Seth
you were
on the cover.
17 or
17 was
2017?
2017, 2K
Okay.
2017.
Yep. Seth. Yep.
I was the king of do the quick roll, like the quick roll up. I was the king of the quick roll up. I'd play with Billy Kay, who was like so OP in that game. I think it's a glitch or something.
Probably.
Like,
They had, a few of them on there were just.
but I was
that.
the king of the quick, like, ring the bell, I'm gonna hit the finisher and I'm gonna roll you up. Like that's what I would do. This was another. You said it about J3. This was video game stuff.
Yeah.
Bell rings, I hit the finisher, like crazy. Loved it.
OVW 2K25 that night.
Yeah.
This whole event had cheat codes. I think
It did, man. It was silent in there.
It was that was a great moment.
It was.
Yeah.
But I guess technically it wasn't necessarily the death spot because we did see another match. We saw the Z-Force versus the Sin City Outlaws.
Yes, we did.
Joined by the Grinch and by Santa. The Grinch being with the bad guys and Santa being with the good guys, obviously.
Naturally.
Still think it was the right choice to do it like this. I do think that I do think that the impact of Leela winning is tenfold given the way she did it.
Yep.
Yes.
Aria-
And then this following match afterward was a very nice, festive palate cleanser.
It was. That's
I
the
mean,
word.
this was like the happy
Yeah.
feel good. I mean, Eric Cornish is about to take some shots at the hand of the
Jumping him,
Grinch,
man.
and then is he really though? No, because Z-Force is here, and guess who they brought with him? The big man himself, Santa Claus. So you get the showdown in the ring. That was my view of my view from the office that night. Whenever I go to OVW Live, I try to pick a photo and post it as my view from the office. I'm going to this event to cover this, and this is one of the images that stands out in this match where Z-Force and Santa Claus all pose like the superheroes that they are. Was my view from the office, and it was one of my favorite moments of the night. I mean, because I'm a sucker for that sort of thing.
This had, for me, like Anarchy in the Arena, AEW Anarchy in the Arena vibes. Like, where it was just fun for the sake of fun. And, like, hey, like, maybe we're not, like, hey, guys, this ain't supposed to be, like, you know, ain't really supposed to be that serious.
Right,
And
right.
Anarchy in the Arena does the same. The last Anarchy in the Arena, they played Let the Bodies Hit the Floor by Drowning Pool for 20 minutes over it. You know, like, it was, it's like meant, it was meant to be fun. And, like, this was meant to be fun. And you send people home happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone loved it.
And Joe with the stunner.
The Santa Stunner, man. Joe we had to go up and say.
Where'd that come from?
We had to go up and say, that's Stunner, man. Are you serious? He was wondering, you know, did it land good? You know, was it up to par? I'm like,
That was great.
that was,
Yeah.
it was great.
it's 10,000 times better than I could do. Thank you, Santa.
Yeah.
I
10
do.
out of 10 Stunner, man.
I do think it's funny though, like going into the Jay De Niro, Tommy Boy De Niro stuff, and Larkin, like the DDT on Larkin, was like, oh gosh, that's the worst thing that could ever happen. PG-13 stunning Janie.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
yeah,
Everybody was.
It's like, come on, like,
Perspectives.
no.
Context is maybe, I don't know.
When something's bad, it's bad no matter who does it. That's the way that life should work. But that's not the way. That's like actually the opposite of why wrestling works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guys can do bad things and it's cool and fun. All right, guys. Brian Hines, you were there that evening. Brian Allen, you were there that evening. When Cash Flow makes his return to Davis Arena, what was going on? People going crazy in there or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean, he's been away for so long. He was just announced as the special referee shortly before this. So you know the OVW faithful have been waiting patiently, but also very, like, kind of manically to see Cash Flow back in the ring. Do we get to see him wrestle? No. But he is the special enforcer guest referee.
got
And
the
I can't
action.
think of a better place than that.
You got the action in, man.
Yeah.
It was
He's looking svelte.
Yeah.
Looking
No
good.
fooling.
Yeah.
He's looking good, man. For
Yeah.
real. He's looking better every few months when he comes back. He's looking better and better. I swear.
Yeah.
He was, of course, the special referee for the Dustin Jackson Cal Hero heavyweight title match in the cage, our main event of the evening. Little under 20 minutes in terms of total run time. Total war, though.
Yes.
We got some old school treachery where we're using each other's finishers, which is like one of my favorite things that wrestlers do to each other. Cal Hero has actually made quite a career of his run at OVW lately, taking people's finishers. The standing O, obviously. What does he call it now? The hero's journey?
Yeah.
Still a standing O in my heart.
Yeah,
Such a
whenever
good
I see
name.
it, that's what it registers as in my head. So
Such a
I'm
good
right
name.
there with you as far as that goes.
Brian Allen, what did you think of this match?
So, my perspective here was interesting because when I got into the arena, I'm looking for seats. There's a seat. I look to the left of me and I see they were tagged, the seats right next to me, and it said Dustin Jackson. So when the people those seats were reserved for, it was his fam. I'm like, oh, I'm right next to. I'm getting some more perspective tonight. Like they're going to be going super hard for him and stuff, and it was so interesting to have this whole section going hard for Dustin, and then a lot of the other parts of the arena going hard for Dustin, and then you see the split there when Kyle was doing great, and you heard the love for him. It was the most polarizing arena for a match, one of the most polarizing that I've been a part of, and that played such a huge role in just how this feud and it just tells a story of this feud and how it's gone this past month or so, or a little month and some change. It was war, Doug. Like you said, it was war.
And I'm willing to say it. Cal Hero's better off without the title.
I hear that.
That's what we
I
would
hear
like.
you.
That's Cal, right? That's he's a chaser. Like he's not supposed to be a long-term champion. He's supposed to chase and lose and chase and win and then lose and
Because
then
that's where the story is. That's where
Yes.
the devil's in the details.
yes. And I don't know where we go next. Steel cage match seems kind of final.
It does.
Yeah.
But if there's anything we know about Cal Hero and a stipulation and an angle, we'll find a new one.
They spent a lot of time there at the end with Dustin kind of winding up Mr. Cashflow.
They did. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even say just at the end. I would say that was any opportunity that Dustin had, he was in Cashflow's face.
As somebody who was there, I don't know if you kind of felt this, but internally I felt like,
Oh, hold on. You keep talking. I've got some research to do.
okay,
you're good.
I really felt like I was just waiting to see Cashflow lose his temper, because you can see in the beginning he's even, because Cashflow's a reasonable man. Now, if he wasn't, he wouldn't be a special guest referee. He's going to call it down the middle. But you have somebody on one side who's just constantly up in your face. You're just waiting for him to say that one thing, do that one thing, where Cash is just going to go off and just utterly destroy him. But and look great doing it, by the way. I mean,
that was.
He's been spending some time with the stylist. You can tell this time away with the Tulsa King crowd is really doing him a lot of good, and I wish he would return my phone calls so I could look that good too. But here we are, either way.
No, that was the feeling. I agree,
Okay.
2,000%. The build up and how much they teased. Like, is he really gonna snap? Is he gonna go off? Cause Dustin, he's pushing it, man.
Yeah.
He's pushing the envelope. Are they gonna do it? And
I want to see. I know Cash is busy, lives in Atlanta, hangs out with Sly,
Works in Atlanta.
and Samuel L. Jackson. There's a whole cinematic universe growing up around our friend Cashflow, but I want to see him come back and smack Dustin Jackson a lot.
Well, I have some research that I've been doing over here.
Well,
Look
do
at
tell.
that.
So, Cashflow was introduced in season 2 of Tulsa King.
Correct.
That was around the time he became champion. Was around the release, right?
I think he was.
He was attacked by the masked men in the parking lot.
that's when he went to go film Tulsa King. When he came back, he was champion, right? He got
That
the
was
championship.
after his tag run with the Line Chops tag run,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sure.
That I have that. I think.
Yeah, he came back and won for the.
So they filmed season 3 of Tulsa King pretty much right after filmed season 4 of Tulsa King pretty much right after season 3. Speculation is that it will drop on Paramount Plus in the first quarter of 2026.
Okay.
What a better time to make your heavyweight champion cash flow than when he's doing press for Tulsa King season 4.
Apropos of nothing.
Well, no, I mean,
No.
here it is. It's set up. It's set
No,
up.
I agree, and I just so then there's a new Star Trek series that comes out next week in which Becky Lynch is in the main cast,
Really?
and you might have heard Becky Lynch just won the IC championship.
I
over
actually
in,
was watching it.
I was
surprisingly
too.
enough.
So
I just wanted
I'm
to
just
see what they were
saying
gonna
it's
do with
precedented.
Jericho.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that Jericho.
But Jericho didn't.
They don't do cool things.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah, no,
listen, Al's been very vocal about this in the past. He doesn't make wrestling decisions based on the outside world. What an opportunity, though, to have your belt right there on cash flow whenever he's standing next to, Sylvester Stallone.
Or
and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, I forget. Yeah.
Samuel
man.
Jackson's getting his own show in that universe. Like his character from the recent is going to spin off into its own show.
Yeah.
Like
And Martin Starr, too. Martin Starr's on that show, too.
I'm going to refrain from talking about the possibility of a Samuel L. Jackson spinoff show because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it without saying MF every other word because that's just
that
kind
is true.
the
Yeah,
vibe
just-
you get, or
yeah.
at least the one I get from.
Do you
from
know
that news.
the best scene in Tulsa King is when they're listening to Fish and Sylvester Stallone's like, "What is this? It's pretty groovy."
That's
too
really
good.
good.
Pretty
That's
good
really
Stallone.
That was just off bat like that. That was.
I think he's like smoking a joint, whatever, and he's like listening to Fish, and I was like, I cannot believe the show exists. Like,
That was special.
So yeah, let's hope we can see a little more of cash flow here in the start of 2026. Guys, what do you think of this pay-per-view as a whole and 2025? Let's maybe tie this down before we move into the Nightmare Rumble.
I wish I would have been able to be present for the whole thing in its entirety. I was not,
good, man.
but just going by the vibe.
wait! I do want to point out Dustin Jackson retains.
Yes.
it's
Oh,
only
yes.
it's because of interference from Anthony Toatelli.
Clutch. He clutched.
Cal was
Very
on his
true.
way out the door. Anthony Toatelli saved the day for his friend Dustin Jackson.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, before we wrapped up too far, I wanted to get that in there.
Going on the vibe that hit me as I was leaving, I could not have wanted anything more from this pay-per-view. You got the surprises, you got the feel-good Santa moments, you got, it's a world of laughter, it's a world of tears, it's a small world after all. This was everything rolled into one.
It felt like you really killed it with the analogies or your breakdown of the cliffhangers and episode cliffhanger versus season cliffhanger, and this one just really did kind of wrap up 2025, put a bow on it, man, and was like, we're done, it's sealed, and we're gonna move on to some territories in 26 that we just don't know where they're gonna go with it, but that's the excitement, man. It's gonna be fun. This pay-per-view was from the festive stuff to just how it all came together. Fantastic work by everybody, man.
I mean, okay, 2026 is a clear day. Like, you can see for miles and miles and miles. You just got to take the swing at this point. Like, I had so much fun covering OVW in 2025. I mean, we met Brian Allen in 2025. Yeah. Malachi started talking on the microphone, actually, in 2025.
That's deduction.
So, yeah, who's calling us this late? We've been closed for like 6 hours.
They're trying to get a hold of us based on our extended warranty.
But
our car's extended warranty.
I do think that here at the end of the year, it's important to say, at end of last year and into the beginning of this year, it's important to say that 2025 is over with, baby. It's anybody's game now.
Yeah.
There's cash flow, or not cash flow, I'm sorry, but the Rumble is on Saturday or on Sunday. Sorry, I'm still stuck in 2025
111.
apparently.
Good, man.
And now it's someone else's turn to have an Eric Surge moment.
Yeah.
And that's just where we are. Like, not to sound like I'm unsentimental, but that's the truth, man. It's 2026. Let's do it.
Let's see, man.
Let's grip it and rip it.
I'm ready.
Maddie the American Baddie's coming back for the Women's Rumble, by the way.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. This has been, for all of us here at the OVW podcast, this has been a great show, I guess. No, thank you guys for listening. Bye-bye.